Good evening. My name is Art Spru. I'm Chair of the Planning Board. This is the Town of Chatham Planning Board hybrid meeting, July 28th, 2025. It's 5 p.m. Please note this meeting is being recorded and will be available shortly thereafter for scheduled and on-demand viewing on any smartphone or tablet device. If anyone else is recording the meeting, please notify the chair. I don't see, it's just popping up now. Pursuant to Governor Healy's March 28, 2025 signing of Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2025 extending certain COVID-19 measures adopted during the state of emergency, suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, General Laws, Chapter 30A, Section 20, until June 30th, 2027. This meeting of the Chatham Planning Board is being conducted in person and via remote participation. Every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings as provided for in the order. A reminder that persons who would like to listen to this meeting while in progress may do so by calling the phone number 508-945-4410, conference ID 334003-597#, or join the meeting online via Microsoft Teams through the link in the posted agenda. While this is a live broadcast and simulcast on Chatham TV, Xfinity Channel 1072, despite our best efforts, we may not be able to provide real-time access. We will post a record of this meeting on the town's website as soon as possible. Begin with a roll call. Catherine Halpern.
Present.
Warren Chain.
I'm present.
Bob Werschafter.
Present.
Charlene Greenhall.
Present.
Frank Scheer.
Present.
Bob Dubus.
Bob Dubus, present.
Art Spru, I'm present. And I'd like to ask if there's any members of the board need to recuse themselves from any items that are on the agenda tonight? Yes, Mr.
I have to
Dubus?
recuse for Crow Road.
All right, okay. All right, let's begin with the minutes from July 14th, 2025. Are there any comments, edits by the board members? Yes, Frank.
Going down to where it says minutes, a motion was made. Thank you. A motion was made by, and insert Mr. Shara. and
Which one,
seconded-
item are you on?
Where it says minutes.
Oh, okay.
Right down. A motion was made by Mr. Shara, insert, and seconded by Ms. Halpern.
Okay. Any other comments, edits? No? Okay, and we'll have a motion to approve the minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the July 14, 2025 meeting minutes with the additions as outlined by my cohort over here.
I second it.
Okay, we'll do a roll call vote. Catherine Halpern,
I approve.
Warren Jane,
Approve.
Bob Werschafter,
Approve.
Charlene Greenhall,
Approve.
Frank Scheer,
Approve.
Bob Dubus,
Approve.
Art Spru, I approve. Okay, next we'll have a public hearing on 79 Forest Beach Road. It's east-southeast. It's a definitive subdivision. Just want to go over the public hearing procedures for the public. We'll begin with public notice read by the clerk. Then there would be a presentation by the applicant, board questions and comments. Public comments in favor of the application will proceed after that. Chair will read correspondence, public statements opposing the application, and then any rebuttal. There will be board comments, and then the hearing will close and the board will deliberate. After the board closes the hearing, there will be no audience participation during our deliberations. Thad, if you're representing the owner, if you could introduce yourself. And,
For the record, I'm Thad.
oh, excuse me, notice public hearing. I got it in front of me and I skipped a step.
As required by Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 41, Sections 81L and 81(0)RO, the Planning Board of the Town of Chatham will hold a public hearing on Monday, July 28, 2025 at 5:30 p.m. at the Chatham Town Hall Annex, located at 261 George Ryder Road, Chatham, Massachusetts, to consider the application of application 25-12, Alan D. Perot and Joan M. Perot for approval of a definitive subdivision plan entitled being a subdivision of Lot 4, Land Court Plan 9105-C, definitive subdivision plan 79 Forest Beach Road, South Chatham, Massachusetts, showing a subdivision of land owned by Alan D. Perot and Joan M. Perot, plan prepared by East Southeast LLC dated June 18, 2025, and showing 2 proposed lots with a new accessway, Pierce Path, at the intersection of Judy's Lane and Bobby's Lane. A copy of the plan and application may be reviewed at the Community Development Department, located at 261 George Ryder Road on weekdays, Monday through Thursday, between the hours of 7 a.m. and 4 p.m., and between 8 a.m. and 12 p.m. on Friday. Any person who is interested or wishes to be heard on the proposed definitive subdivision plan should appear on the date, time, and place designated for the hearing. It was signed by Charlene Greenhow, clerk, and it was published Cape Cod Chronicle on July 10 and July 17, 2025.
Thank you. And before you start that, we received a letter from East Southeast. Dear board members, on behalf, this dated July 9th, 2025, on behalf of my clients, Alan D. and Joan M. Perot, I would like to request that the previous approval of the subdivision plan for 79 Forest Beach Road be rescinded. This is the March 28th, 2022 approval. So we'll deal with that as part of our overall deliberations unless the board would like to do something different.
There's only one process that I'm aware of to actually rescind a plan, and that's through filing. So it would be my suggestion that if and when we get to the point where we're ready to approve this, that it's in the decision that this supersedes any previously approved plans and
Okay.
all that stuff. You know, we want to have the dates and
Right.
and all that information. But we really can't rescind a plan without a rescission application.
So I'm all right with you all doing it that way, but the reason that we've had this is, I had spoken to Katie at length about this, and part of the problem is the planning board had approved subdivision out there somewhere. It's not recorded in any way, or it's not in land court, but, so we basically want this for our files to cover that you're all in agreement with seeing a whole new application. So that's why we're doing it. I think it's appropriate to do it in the way that you're saying, but that's what we're bringing this up first.
Totally understand that process is very important for the files. But I think we can easily include it in the decision, and then a copy of that decision can also go in that case file. But yeah, Christine's absolutely correct.
Thank you. I think it's important. We did have a hiccup on one of our previous subdivisions. Dates back before our time, and sometimes it gets confusing for subsequent boards. So some methodology is appropriate, I think. Okay, let's begin with that, if you want to introduce yourself and the project.
For the record, Thad Eldridge with East Southeast, here representing the Peralts. We have the same plan that was almost approved before, but then there was the snafu with a modified without having the plan being recorded. We've now come in with a fresh filing. Town staff asked us to rescind the previous, and however you'd like to undo the previous, which was never recorded, so it's really, we can't do a formal rescind because we don't have anything to rescind against, just like we couldn't do a modified. I like the idea of one simple letter in the file that's just at the front that says, if you want the decision to be put in there too. And that's perfectly fine. Going through the subdivision itself, which we have many times, we have 2 lots, one's 30, one's 40,000 square feet. One has access from Bobby's Lane, where there is a bit of road being created for that access. The other one has frontage on Forest Beach Road as a panhandle. If there are questions, I would be surprised, but I'll be happy to answer them.
Maybe I'd like to begin, we have Christine summarize her comments on the review that she had, if there is any edits or changes from our previous information.
So just to make sure we have it clear for everyone, the original subdivision was for a two-lot subdivision initially that you had reviewed before. And there was talk of, or there were conditions to, I guess, finish or complete or expand upon the existing Forest Beach Lane. This is not gonna happen now as part of this, so that existing house will remain as is, and that roadway will remain as is. There is an easement off of there, which will still continue, a water easement that the town has off of that one lot. That lot is identified as Lot 5 or 79 Forest Beach Road. The parcel is now being split in half, and you have, well, approximately in half. It's Lot 6, which is the newly proposed lot at the southern end of the property. And basically, there's another smaller lot identified on this plan as Lot 7. That is a non-buildable parcel, and that is to give Lot 6 the appropriate frontage. Access onto Lot 6 will go through Lot 7, and it will come off of Bobby's Lane. Drainage will be rectified on Bobby's Lane, or will be worked in. I know that the surveyor and the DPW director have gone over a couple of comments that had come in since your package went out. And there is also going to be a water line off of that area onto Lot 6. Pretty much everything else has stayed the same. The areas of Lot 6 and Lot 5 have changed slightly from what you had seen with the previous subdivision, like I said. And I think that those are the biggest things, comments that were received. The comment of concern, again, was the DPW directors, and what we have decided to do after speaking to the Director of Community Development today is to have you put some type of language in the statement of conditions, basically saying that the water and sewer connections have to be, per the DPW standards, because there was still some outstanding question between the two entities, back and forth. All other departments giving feedback were in agreement that this can happen. There were some references to if certain things change, then maybe other things would need to happen. The Board of Health did approve back in February, when it initially had come in as a modification plan, so it's basically the same thing, but, so their approval still stands. The other piece of this is that Lot 6 and Lot 7 will happen at the same time, because the owner of the property wants Lot 6 to be responsible for the roadway piece off of Bobby's Lane. I know that there were some questions from some of the applicants about that. Those are the biggest things.
Okay. Let's begin with some comments or questions from the board members. Catherine, do you want to begin?
I have a couple of questions and a couple of comments. The first question might be more for Christine. You mentioned Panhandle Parcel A. So I'm a little, we've got Lot 5, Lot 6, and Lot 7.
So
Where's Panhandle Parcel A?
Forest Beach Road is identified as parcel A.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's remaining unchanged?
That's remaining unchanged.
Okay, great, thank you. So that was one question. I think we do need to make it clear about how we're going to supersede or rescind the previously approved plan. Maybe we need to put something in the statement of conditions, or that this approval supersedes all previously approved plans, something like that, and reference the date of our approval. But we need to formally do that in a way that's binding in the statement of conditions or the covenant, since we can't do a formal rescinding. And is the language already in statement of conditions Or is it something we need to add for the DPW requirements?
That is in the draft statement of conditions.
It is, okay, great. Okay, great. I think for the Board of Health approval, she does reference the incorrect date, and because there's been so much confusion about the approved plan and the modified plan, we need a new letter from the Board of Health that approves this plan.
Yeah, I think the reference that they made was from a previous plan, right?
Yeah.
And this plan is dated differently, so
Yeah.
they should
We should
reference.
get a new Board of Health letter.
Yeah, okay.
And then I just want to be sure, and I've briefly read the covenant and point 4 in the covenant, but I wanted us to take a look at it again. And we spent a lot of time and many meetings and many variations on this particular subdivision. And we did spend a lot of time specifying what needed to happen in what is now Lot 7 in order for that access from Bobby's Lane to Lot 6 be adequate. And I just want to be sure that the language we include in the covenant is very clear that, as Christine mentioned, Lot 6 and 7 have to be sold, they have to be conveyed together. If they're not conveyed together, Lot 6 is not buildable. That Lot 7 allows Lot 6 to be buildable, and that Lot 7 will be developed exactly as we've specified. We spent a lot of time on those specifications, and I understand from our chair that the specifications contained in this plan before us are the same as what we spent a lot of time approving before, and I just want to make sure that that gets done. If it's done by the purchaser of the lots, that's fine, but it has to be part of the purchase, it has to be very clear in the covenant. And I'm not sure that point 4 is clear enough. That's my concern.
So you wanted to make sure it's clear that Lot 6
Lot 6.
is really going to be an unbuildable lot until all the conditions set forth on this and
For Lot 7
for Lot 7 and what
Are
needs to
built.
be built there
is built.
is built.
Yes,
Got it.
correct.
Okay.
And that the purchaser, before they even buy Lot 6, that's very clear. Yeah, and that Lot 6 and 7 are conveyed together, and that the purchaser of Lot 6 and 7 is legally bound to develop Lot 7 according to the specifications in the approved subdivision plan.
Okay.
Okay. I think those are all my concerns.
Would you like me to respond to those
Yes, please.
in order? So the Board of Health, I talked with the agent about this. She didn't want to confuse the board with a plan that's identical to the modified subdivision plan that the Board of Health already approved. So she was satisfied with the
Is
similarities.
it
in the plan.
identical, though?
It is.
So it was the one that we approved, but it's not quite,
The date is different.
it's not
Yeah.
quite identical. It's not quite identical, no. The lot lines were different.
No, the lot lines were the same on the modified subdivision plan that we brought in a few months ago.
But we never approved the modified
No, but
one
the
because
Board
there
of
was
Health
nothing
did.
to. Yes, so they improved something that exists in the ether. It doesn't actually exist because we never approved it.
It was
and
withdrawn,
couldn't be
yeah.
modified because,
And the
So
Board
we
of
do
Health
need a-
agent sent you a letter saying that she was satisfied that
she approved something that literally doesn't exist because we didn't approve it.
Mr.
Correctly?
Chairman,
Sure.
it's actually the Board of Health who approves it, not the health agent, but
Yeah.
I totally agree with Catherine.
Yeah.
I had the note, did the BOH review and approve the plan currently before the board? If not, it needs to be filed with them, and
Yep.
it needs to have an updated letter from them, even if it is the same thing. It's got a different date, it's a different animal, and that's where confusion lies when you
Yeah.
look at the plans and we go, well, wait a minute, we never got an approval of the June
Yeah, we
2025
didn't approve
plan.
it.
Correct, right.
We didn't approve it.
Yep.
So it doesn't, in that sense, it doesn't exist. So we do need a new letter
Now,
the Board
as
of
far as Lot 6, Lot 7, it matters not who owns Lot 7. Lot 6 has the right of access, therefore has the right to improve Lot 7. The intention is to convey both
Not the
sides
right
of
to
things.
approve, the requirement to
And
improve
under
Lot
the terms of the
7.
covenant, Lot 6 would be required to make those, or it would be required to make the improvements in order for Lot 6 to be buildable.
Correct.
So
Correct, yes, that's what,
that's
yes, and is that
in there
clear,
under your
clear
standard
enough in the covenant? That's what I'm asking that question
We can review that when,
when we get there.
yeah.
Okay, great.
Good point, though. Warren, any comments, questions?
Only whether or not there is a need,
Whether
whether or not there is a need or benefit to including, a bond for the work required eventually on Lot 7, which is basically, well, it's mostly the drainage, but not exclusively that. And when and how and who would be required to post a bond? That's just a question I have. Everything else, I would agree with Catherine's concerns about ensuring that 6 and 7 are conveyed together, and that whoever buys that has an obligation before a building permit is issued, that they complete all of the drainage and other requirements for Lot 6 or for Lot 7, as previously discussed. That's it for me.
So if I may, the purpose of the bond is a surety, an assurance that they will complete those improvements. Can't get a building permit until Lot 6 is released from the terms of the covenant by means of bond or construction of the improvements. Generally, a developer will partially develop those improvements, but they don't want to do the whole thing until the rest of the building is done. They'll destroy the finished course of the pavement, or they'll have issues with their stormwater. So during construction of the building, the dwelling, they would post, the buyer would be responsible to post a bond to say, yes, we are going to make these improvements. They will then construct their building and the improvements, and then they'll come in for the release of the bond.
I think because we have a covenant, that is a process that we can use. That's my understanding.
So, but I agree we should add a bond. We should have a bond.
Well, again, I'm not the expert on how this needs to be done. I would like assurance on behalf of along with the board members, that the improvements on Lot 7 would take place prior to a certificate of occupancy of a dwelling on Lot 6.
Yeah, we sort of
Prior
get,
to a building.
However, and
Yeah.
whenever,
Yeah.
and in whatever amount is required, it just needs to be crystal clear. And so far, in what I've seen in the drafts, it's not crystal clear, that's
well,
all.
I find it hard for us to withhold, we don't have the authority to withhold a certificate of occupancy. I think where our strength comes in is before a lot is released, that we're satisfied with the construction or the bonding of that work. And maybe that we do need to add conditions associated with that as part of the covenant as well as statement of conditions. So we can discuss that further. Bob Werschafter, any
I
comments?
have
questions?
nothing more to add.
Okay. Charlene?
I'm actually going to agree with you, Thad.
It's a
Don't
first.
laugh, Terry. He is correct in the fact that he won't be able to get a building permit until that's done. A couple of suggestions that I've got are on the covenant, it says Lot 6 shall be subject to the terms of the covenant. Perhaps we add Lot 7 in there,
We have to.
just because they go together.
Yes.
And then on the statement of conditions, condition number 3, I'm not sure we need to include Lot 5 and Parcel A shall be subject to the terms of the covenant until such time as the infrastructure improvements are constructed, because those can be, those are separate.
Yes,
I don't know as those need to be part of the statement of conditions, nor the covenant for that matter.
yeah, I think that was a carryover because this whole thing started in a different format.
Right.
And that might have been a carryover. I think I agree with you there. that
And
we
it
should-
does go on to say, until such time as the infrastructure improvements are constructed and certified, or a performance bond is provided
provided.
to be held by the treasurer of the town of Chatham. But we also want to say, and also approved by the planning board.
Yeah.
Yes.
In there. But I don't think lot 5 and parcel A
Yes.
need to be part of the statement of conditions.
Yep, and I agree with you on that, yes.
And
I agree too.
just reiterating, the Board of Health
Yep.
needs to,
Right.
even though I understand they may be confused, but we need something from them updated.
Frank, comments?
No comments, no.
No. Bob Dubus?
I just have a couple comments. Am I correct in saying that the bond should be posted at the time of the building permit is issued?
Prior.
Well, it doesn't say that in that condition 3. It's just says, subject to the terms of the covenant until such time as the infrastructure improvements are constructed and certified or a performance bond is provided.
Either
So it
either
doesn't.
build it or
It doesn't
post a
tie,
bond.
it doesn't tie it to any building permit or none.
All right, because nothing will happen until they get a building permit. When they get a building permit, then heavy equipment goes down there.
Right.
And Thad's right, it should not be put in until everything is done. That's the
Right.
last thing they want to do. So you have to tie it in at some point.
Yep,
So it's either in the beginning or hopefully in the end, and they don't issue an occupancy permit without reading what's going on.
right,
And that's out of our hands.
right. That's always been an issue that we've run into.
So either we say before they get a building permit,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say
which
that.
would be the correct thing, before they destroy
Are we
everything in the
I
yard.
think we're saying that in condition number 3 of the statement of
I'm
conditions.
just making sure, because
Yeah.
from what I heard was a certificate of occupancy, and I can see where parts of this town have gotten occupancy permits without
Yep.
coming back and getting
That's correct.
a bond.
Yeah,
Yep.
So I would
I
rather
think
see it in the
before.
beginning
yeah,
than in the end after they build everything up and then walk away.
yeah,
Okay,
I agree.
okay. I have no comments or questions right now. So let's proceed with any public statements in favor of the application. Do I have anybody from the public who,
Can I?
yes, go ahead.
We did receive one email from an abutter. His name is Paul, and he asked questions. As I review it, it doesn't seem to have the Pierce path that was referenced in the abutter's letter, and the letter seems to sound like it's proposing 2 lots. Feels a bit confusing. Annie went over it with him and sent him some additional material, and we did not hear back from him. I don't know if he's on today, but we seem to have answered all of his questions. But that's the only comment letter that we received, other than from the department heads when we did the review.
Okay. Let's see, other correspondence. I think there was just some correspondence between the applicant and the DPW director, is that right?
That is correct. You did receive that today in the package, because most of that happened on Friday, some additional materials that I left before you. And that was why, in the statement of conditions, number 5 was added, as, in the draft that you have, that water and sewer connection shall be approved by DPW and noted on the as-built plan, which you would require. So that was just to cover any of those outstanding issues that were still not agreed upon.
And that was the only comment, right? Okay. Next, public statements opposing the application, and anybody in attendance or online? I see no hands raised. I guess there's no rebuttal.
I'm looking at item number 9 on the statement of conditions.
Okay,
I think it's worded, there's something missing, and I'm not exactly,
Must be recorded.
should just be must?
Must be, yeah,
yes.
yes.
Shall is better. You're right.
Okay. Any other comments on this before we close the hearing?
I would not recommend closing the hearing until we hear back from the Board of Health with the correct letter. I don't like conditioning things to stuff like that.
Okay,
The rewording of the covenant and the statement of conditions, I think, is an easy thing,
yes,
but we want to ensure that we get the right letter.
okay.
That's just me. I would prefer to continue this, to give the opportunity for the applicant to,
Yes, so what's the other board members' thoughts on this? Frank?
Because the differences between what we're approving now and what the Board of Health has already approved are de minimis, and we have a statement that they are happy with what we are now approving, I think I would be happy with just conditioning our approval on receipt of an email or something from the, in order to close it out.
Okay,
I'm in favor of that, Frank.
okay. Bob, you,
That works for me, too.
Yeah.
Catherine?
But yes, but I think we should add it as a condition, you know, that we will
Absolutely.
get a revised letter, you know, that the Board of Health will review this plan and send us a revised approval letter that approves this plan.
Okay. Warren, are you,
I'm very much in favor of that,
okay, and Bob Werschafter?
continuing.
Yeah, I am too.
And I'm in support of it too, as recommended by both Frank and Catherine. So I think we can go ahead with closing the hearing
If we add that condition.
if we add that condition, right? So do I hear a motion to close the public hearing?
I move we close the public hearing.
I'll second that.
All right, we'll do a roll call vote. Catherine Halpern,
I approve.
Warren Chain,
I approve.
Bob Werschafter,
I approve.
Charlene Greenhall,
approve.
Frank Shear,
Approve.
Bob Dubus,
I approve.
and Art Sprue, I approve. Okay, so let's start discussions and the deliberations on this. We had a few comments that I wrote down associated with edits. One is, we want to add a condition associated with Board of Health update, that this condition is conditioned on that
How about prior to the endorsement of the plan,
prior to, okay,
we must receive an updated letter?
okay,
From the
Wordsmithing.
Board of Health. Yeah.
okay.
Which references this approved plan.
Right. The other thing I have is that we should be referencing Lot 6 and 7 associated with the covenant and the statement of conditions. We'll want these to apply to both lots, correct?
Yes.
And that Lot 5 and Parcel A can be
Can be
removed
removed.
from the statement of conditions.
Right,
Point 3, condition 3, correct?
Yes.
right.
Yes, and did we want to clarify the wording in that we actually do want the performance bond prior to construction, prior to beginning construction? And I think you mentioned something about add planning board approval to release the
Right, so a
lots.
performance bond approved by the planning board prior to construction
beginning of construction, something like that.
or prior to the issuance of a building permit.
Yes, yes, okay,
Be approved by the planning board and held by the treasurer.
okay. I would agree to that if others agree.
Okay.
And then, did we get the one for, in the covenant for point 3, lot 6 and lot 7 shall be subject to the terms of the covenant?
Right, we're going to delete Lot 5 and Parcel A on that.
No, that's on
Oh,
the
excuse
statement
me.
of conditions.
Yes, on the covenant, item number 3.
We have
Item
to
number
add
3
lot
is Lots
7.
6 and 7 shall be subject to the terms of the covenant.
And the typo in 9 on the conditions.
Typo in
And
9.
9
Must,
is
just a must, or,
Shall.
shall, okay.
okay.
And do we think that's point 4 in the covenant? Points 3 and 4 are clear enough. Where does it say that lots 6 and 7 shall be conveyed together, and that if they don't do what they need to do on Lot 7, Lot 6 is not a buildable lot. And do we need to say that more clearly? I mean, I just don't think point 4 is clear enough about that. We want the buyer to know that what they're buying requires this. We spent a lot of time on it, and if I may be honest, we stretched it to the limit of what we felt could be acceptable as an access off of Bobby's Lane. It's a very difficult lot.
I think by adding on item number 3 of the covenant, Lot 6 and 7,
Right.
that takes care of it on there.
Okay,
And I mean, you could easily add somewhere that Lot 6 and 7,
must be conveyed together.
yeah, something in those terms.
And we put that in the covenant.
I would also put it in the statement of conditions.
Yeah, it's just that Lot 6 and 7 must be conveyed together, otherwise Lot 6 is understood to be an unbuildable lot. Can we just say it like that? If someone bought Lot 6 and didn't buy Lot 7, Lot 6 is not a buildable lot.
I think by saying that they have to be conveyed together, you are saying that anyway.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be, both would be unbuildable, right?
Right.
Yes, correct, because,
But I don't think it hurts to put it in both the statement of conditions.
and the
And then you
covenant.
already have it in the, are you going to be putting it in the covenant as well?
And
I think
Belt and
we should be,
suspenders.
we need to be abundantly clear about this. That's just my opinion.
well, it was, all those infrastructure improvements on Bobby's Lane were critical for that lot to
Critical.
be available to be built on, period.
And even that was a stretch.
Yep. Bob, you had,
Chairman, did we mention on any part of this that it includes the drainage or just structures or whatever?
We
But
ha-
the main reason was for the drainage, and I haven't heard 1 cent. We know Lot 7 is for the drainage field. Maybe that could be mentioned.
all stormwater shall be managed on site and in a manner that does not contribute to ponding, flooding, or erosion. That's condition 7,
I think we should reference the plan
okay?
for that, either probably the site construction plan
That's a good point.
and the plan and profile. Oh, and actually the detail sheet, so I think those should be referenced as well in the statement of conditions with the dates.
Yes,
Otherwise, they could throw in just a one catch basin.
yes, exactly, yes.
Yeah, it seems to
And
me
these
that
were all our
in the,
concerns.
in the stormwater management plan,
And-
it was previously reviewed
Okay,
extensively. It was quite clear exactly what drainage
Yep.
facilities would be included in what is Lot 7. And that should be abundantly clear to a buyer that that is exactly what they are going to be putting in.
That's my concern.
And the amount of a bond would be significantly impacted by the cost of putting that in.
so the reference would be are going to be drawing sheet numbers 3 of 5, 4 of 5, and 5 of 5. Those are the plan, the profile, and the details. So I agree that would make it abundantly clear that that is the components that need to be built. Okay, any other adjustments and comments on the covenant or statement of conditions?
Well, if we're talking about the drainage, isn't what is referenced on those plans, what is detailed in the drainage?
That's correct, in the stormwater report,
Is-
correct.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, if that's the case, shall we make a motion to approve with the amended changes that we made?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve this is tiny,
Get the right page here.
I know, the definitive subdivision plan, being a division of Lot 4 Land Court Plan 9105-C for 49 Forest Beach Road, Chatham, Mass. dated June 18, 2025, with the order, or a statement of conditions and the covenant as reviewed and approved by the board previously through discussion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Oh, yes, one more.
And further, if I may, that this plan
Oh,
and this
that's right.
approval shall supersede all other approvals dated
March 28th,
those dates.
2022.
the 2022 plan and
Right.
covenant and conditions.
I'll second that.
Okay, let's do a roll call vote. Catherine Hepburn,
I approve.
Warren Chain,
Approve.
Bob Wirtschafter,
Approve.
Charlene Greenhall,
Approve.
Frank Scher,
Approve.
Bob Dubus,
Approve.
and Art Spur, I approve. Thank you. Okay, we'll get through the rest of this pretty quickly. All right, I think the rest of the items are going to be a little bit more straightforward. So, let me get back to my agenda here.
Could
Let's
I ask
do-
a question? Could I trade with my father, who has somewhere to be?
Oh, which one is that?
That's what he
134
switched these
Kroll.
to.
134?
134 Kroll,
Is
that out of-
that all right with the board members?
maybe?
So is that all right if we'll take the A&R, the approval not requires 134 Coral Road first? Is that all right?
Yes, I think.
Okay.
that's fine.
Can you,
Thank you very much.
State
My
name
name is
and-
Terry Eldridge, and I'm representing the Chatham Drama Guild for a two-lot division under approval not required. I've added a note on this plan that the planning staff requested, and basically, it is not a subdivision under the subdivision control law, therefore it's entitled to be endorsed accordingly.
great.
And I'd request that this board endorse this plan, approval not required.
I think it's pretty,
Okay, so, begin, any board members have any comments or questions associated with this A&R? I think there was an updated plan that just made a note that this Lot 6 is an unbuildable lot, as is, I think it was,
oh, yes. Is that- Yes,
it states Lot 6 is non-buildable as a separate lot.
yes. It has to be conveyed to parcel 13F 25 HB, correct?
That was just added, but
Is there a revision date, Terry, or
Yes.
did you just?
Just the,
It's a-
in the note itself,
July 28th, 2025.
Okay.
Okay.
Any other comments or questions of the applicant? All right.
Is there, is that about to happen quickly? I would assume it is. There's going to be a conveyance pretty soon.
it goes to the land court next. Nothing happens quickly at the land court.
The only reason I
The
was
answer
asking.
is that we hope to have a deed and convey it
Yeah,
soon, within the next couple of weeks.
yeah,
All of that goes off to the land court, and they sit on it for time, infinitum, that I've been involved with cases that were 30 years old. But this
my
is
Lord.
not a petitioned,
Would you have a problem with having a limit? I mean, in other words, the conveyance has to occur no later than?
You can't do that. You can't condition an approval not required plan.
no.
Okay. What happens
They
if
could
it's not
keep the
conveyed?
lot, and it's just a small lot that won't fit a birdhouse.
All righty.
Okay, Christine has a comment here.
So I did leave you all the plan, like Art had mentioned, with the note on it, the revision that I requested. The purpose of this is obviously so they can convey to the property next door. We have received a future application. We are not acting upon it until such time as you all make a recommendation on this one. So just for the record, but I didn't see anything else with regard to this that is a problem.
One simple question, just so I don't or someone else doesn't mess up the motion. On the motion, it says dated June 30, 2025, with revision through July 10. Should that now be July 28?
July 28th, yes. Okay, yes, go ahead, Catherine.
I just have a question. It all looks very straightforward, but I'm just wondering, what was the purpose of conveying that small little piece of the lot to the parcel 13F25HB?
Those parcels are being divided into 3 lots. They needed to meet the shape factor,
Oh, okay,
and that's
great.
it.
Okay, thank you. Just curious.
Okay,
Mr. Chairman, I move that we endorse the A&R plan entitled Approval Not Required Plan of Land in Chatham, Mass., owned by the Chatham Drama Guild Incorporated, being a subdivision of Lot A, shown on Land Court Plan 16959-B, prepared by Brecken Engineering, Inc., dated June 30, 2025, with revisions through July 28, 2025.
okay. Do I have a second?
Second?
Okay, I'll do a roll call vote. Catherine Halpern,
Yes, I approve that we endorse this A&R.
Warren Chain,
Warren Chain, approve.
Bob Wertschafter,
We're chapter approve.
Charlene Greenhall,
Charlene Greenhalgh, approve.
Frank Scher.
Frank Scher, approve.
Bob Dubus has recused himself, so he's not participating. And Art Spur, I approve.
Thank you so much.
And I assume it'll be later this evening that you endorse the plan, so I will stop by later this week and pick it up. Great, thank you very much. Thank you for letting me go first.
You had some pull there. Okay, next is approval not required for 328 Barn Hill Road. If you can introduce yourself officially, please.
Good afternoon. For the record, Thad Eldridge, East Southeast. Here for the Cushings, the Michael Cushing Revocable Trust, or Revocable Trust. We were here a year and a half ago, divided this property, fixing 342 Barn Hill Road, making that a conforming lot and taking away area from the 2 lots being divided. At the time, I mentioned to the client that, we could technically get 2 lots out of this, or they could have a house-guest house situation. They've decided to sell the existing home to their son, and they would like to construct their own home, so they get the weird lot that's left over. You'll see the angle point in it that enables the 100-foot shape factor circle to fit within. Otherwise, it's a,
Yeah,
we have an angle point that's here, and the 100-foot shape factor circle fits just in. We have setbacks of 15.2 feet to the building, so it's tight without going over. We have frontage along Town Road. We also have frontage along Oceanport Lane, but that is less than the requisite. Otherwise, straightforward, approval not required plan. Any questions?
any questions from the board? Charlene?
Just one, I'm just wondering, does the reduction in the size of the lot affect the allowable and number of bedrooms that are in the existing house?
That's a question for the Board of Health and actually for the sewer department, because these properties are all on the sewer.
Okay, I mean, that would be my own, they may be doing these,
Yeah.
but they may find that they can't do it.
Yeah,
No, there's an
That's-
exemption that you can divide property here and violate the bedroom there. But that's up to them.
Okay.
any other comments, questions of the
Ed, can I
applicant?
ask this question?
Sure.
On the main house, how many bedrooms in it?
I'm not aware at the moment. I don't know what the number is. I didn't bring that information with me as it's not a planning board question.
I didn't know if you just,
The assessor showed that it was
Off.
3, because I looked it up. But that's assessors.
Under the Board of Health regulations, there is a procedure for when a piece of property is divided and they get to keep the number of bedrooms that they have. it's,
I believe that we just went through that on our last meeting.
Yes, this has come up before. It's not something that we can alter right at the moment. I will, the planning staff noted that should be informed, the owner applicant should be informed that Barn Hill Road, which provides frontage to both lots, is designated as a scenic road in Chatham, thereby requiring certain reviews for all proposed work within the right-of-way. Proposed Lot 3 contains a driveway and a garage structure from the original lot, which comes off of a private way, Oceanport Lane. So just a heads up on that, but
and just to highlight the detail that we have in the corner, the town road is over the lot line.
yep.
Oh, Dad, I have one more question.
Sure.
Is the garage going to stay for the new house?
Maybe.
Okay. Not that, I just was
They
wondering.
don't have plans drawn yet. They,
Okay, I mean,
Any other comments, questions? And so do we have a motion to endorse?
Mr. Chairman, I move we motion to endorse the A&R plan entitled Division Plan 328 Barn Hill Road, West Chatham, Mass., dated July 8, 2025, prepared for the Cushing family, Michael Cushing Revocable Trust, and prepared by East Southeast LLC.
I'll second that.
Okay, I'll do a roll call vote. Catherine Hepburn,
I approve.
Warren Chain,
Approve.
Bob Wershafter,
Approve.
Charlene Greenhall,
Approve.
Frank Shear,
Approve.
Bob Dubus. And Art Spur, I approve.
thank you much.
Okay. Next, we have some driveways in the Conservancy District. Let's begin with a recommendation for 22 Taylor's Pond Road.
Good evening, David Clark, Clark Engineering, here to happy to answer any questions you might have.
Okay, I think, do you have a highlight of, on this? So I think it would be helpful if we just go through and just share with you what actually is the issue, and maybe you can highlight it on the image up there. David, if you could show us where the Conservancy District line is. Do you have the laser there?
So that is the floodplain line, it goes up and then goes into the building.
Pass this down,
Oh,
okay?
boy, does that ever help.
Yeah.
So it starts here, it's a coastal bank, then it just turns into the regular floodplain, crosses over the property line onto this lot, and then comes back and dies into the existing house.
So there's a very small section of existing driveway which is within the envelope of what is shown here. The proposed driveway, majority of it is outside of it. And I think, if I understand it, David, the square footage of the driveway within the Conservancy District, what is being proposed, is less than what was previous, the existing.
Yes, this section of the driveway is within the town layout, Taylor's Pond Road. So by rerouting the driveway, we're no longer using this portion that's in the floodplain, and that'll be restored, with native grasses and stuff.
Bob?
this is a foolish, not foolish to me, but
Hey,
this is an odd question. Sorry, I'm sorry. What's the green line?
Green line's 50-foot from the conservancy
Okay,
list.
okay. All right. I didn't see it marked out anywhere, and
It should be, it's labeled somewhere.
I'm sure it is, but my mistake.
Yeah, with all the stuff we have to show on the plan these days.
I-
There it
I
is, right
have
there.
one other thing to tell you,
It's
David.
labeled right there.
Is your paper guy trying to tell you that ink is running out or something? This was very hard to look at.
Yeah, it was
It really is.
difficult.
That's not me, that might be,
No, we had to ask for another plan.
Yeah.
so that probably came from Mr. Riley.
Well,
not us.
Oh, no wonder it came like,
Ah,
yeah, that's like him.
It's
Oh, I
like
didn't
he
see
sent
that.
somebody to Staples, and so,
All right, Dave, thank you.
although he finally sprang for an 11 by 17 copy machine after
That's good.
50 years.
any other comments or questions on this
I
application?
have a question,
Yes, go
Mr. Chair.
ahead, Catherine.
David, could you do me a favor? This is my standard question. Could you trace with the laser the current driveway and then trace the proposed driveway so we can see the
Current
difference?
driveway is faint right here, and so it starts out at Taylor's Pond Road,
Yes,
comes in, and then goes in, and then
and goes right that way,
and
okay.
then goes over the property line, and then comes back out to the road.
And now trace the proposed
The
drive.
proposes this very heavy line,
Okay,
comes into the property through this lot next door. And then there's a turning area here, and then it becomes part of this lot,
thank you.
access to the
Yeah.
garage, and then back out to Taylor's Pond Road.
And then I know that the amount of the new driveway that's actually in the Conservancy District is less, but the total square footage, can you compare the existing driveway to the new driveway?
Total square footage, I don't have that number.
Okay, but is it increasing? And we usually need to know those statistics.
It's not in the.
It's not in the.
It's not in, right, exactly. It's not in it at all.
Yeah, the
New
Yes,
one.
but it's in the buffer. I mean, so we just need to know.
Right.
We do need to know.
Warren marked it up right here.
So that's the existing driveway? But doesn't it go up to the house? No. It just ends right there. What's this red line?
That's where the Conservancy
That's-
District
okay.
is.
So it only touches, the new driveway only touches,
There.
Right there, yeah.
Yes.
It's-
so it's considerably less than
It's considerably
But
less,
it's
right?
all within the buffer.
Yeah.
50-foot mark.
Yeah, usually we do need to know the change in square footage, but,
So
okay.
the engineering,
actually less.
the ZBA did contact the engineering department, the engineering office, I
thank
should
you.
say. And the existing piece of this particular property, which is just the piece in the middle.
Yes.
It went from 711 feet square feet within the Conservancy District to, the proposed is 440 feet in the proposed. So we did go
Yes.
down.
Great.
Which is good.
Okay, great.
Yeah, but that's just the area in the Conservancy District.
Okay.
Okay.
That is correct.
Right, and so the only thing we usually provide is
Amiable.
we want to see the grade, just match the existing grade and pervious material. That's our only other things that we normally
Yes.
request as part of our recommendations. So, if there's no more comments on this, do I?
Oh, just to be clear, the new driveway is not going to obstruct the flow of water in any way.
Yeah.
The driveway itself won't, no. The new septic system will, if you believe that there's a flow of water here. That's,
Okay.
I don't see any problems.
Okay. All right, if that, do I have a motion to make a positive recommendation to the ZBA on this? with our-
Mr. Chairman, I move we make a positive recommendation regarding the driveway within the Conservancy District for 22 Taylor's Pond Road, with the recommendation of a condition that the driveway shall be constructed of permeable materials and shall be constructed in a manner which permits the unobstructed flow of water.
I'll second it.
Okay, roll call vote. Catherine Hepburn,
I approve.
Warren Chain,
Approve.
Bob Werschafter,
Approve.
Charlene Greenhall,
Approve.
Frank Shear,
Approve.
Bob Dubus,
Approve.
and Art Spur, I approve. On the next property application, we're looking to continue this one. I think there's going to be some modifications on this, and it's best if we get an update on this before we make a recommendation to the board. So I would recommend that we just continue this into our next meeting.
I think we can just table it until such time as modification plans come back to us.
Well,
We're not planning
Second.
on any modifications. We're not planning on any modifications to the driveway.
But there's modifications to the plan that we'd like to see at the same time, so.
Well, the only thing you have to comment on is the driveway, which is why I'm here tonight.
I think it would be best for us to see the updated plan on this in case there is any changes. And if there isn't, then this would be something that we would just make a recommendation and would go into the file.
Okay, so I don't need to come back then?
That's correct.
Okay.
So I think I have one other thing here.
The next item on the agenda is correspondence, and there was none this month, so there's none of that. And then the last thing that,
Okay, so Board, there's been no applications submitted, so we'd like to cancel the next meeting, which is on April 11th, August 11th, let me get that right. However, if we do have an A&R that comes in and it's something that has to be done and decided on within the 21 days, we may have to have a special meeting just for that one item, but that would be only if something was filed and we couldn't get it on the next meeting by the 25th.
I think that is, if there is such a plan that comes in and it is the judgment of staff and the chair, that it is very straightforward,
Yep.
just let it run its course.
I agree with that.
Yep, that is also acceptable. I think make that an assessment with the board.
Yes.
Okay, I would appreciate that suggestion. With that, I think we can have a motion to adjourn. Any other comments, questions from the board members? I still have homework to do before I get back with you on next year's plan.
Let's go, Charlene.
It's okay.
I was going to let somebody else make the motion, but I move we
No,
adjourn.
no, I second it. Come on now.
All right, Catherine,
I approve.
Warren,
Approve.
Bob,
I approve.
Darlene,
Approve.
Frank,
Approve.
Bob?
I approve.
And Arts Brew, I approve. And the time is 6:04 PM.
Excellent.